All right, Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. This song is a lot of. It's pretty easy to play, but it's hard to learn. All the parts are pretty simple and straightforward, but the parts you just got to learn the structure of the song. When does it go to the chorus? When does it go back to the verse? When does that bridge come in? Oh, the bridge happens kind of twice, but in a different feeling. The song's just got a weird structure, but all the parts are easy to play. So, well, first, shabam. Oh, I would encourage check out the Ninja Sex Party cover because the original version by Tears for Fears, it's out of tune. Whether it's from like tape stretching or some other technology thing, or they recorded it like that because it was off the cuff or whatever. Either way, the recording's not in tune. And instead of retuning your guitar, if you want to, feel free to play along with this cover because the Ninja Sex Party cover, because they're in tune. So it's nice, you know. Anyway, bam, you got your intro riff, the verse. We got our chorus bit, which I'll talk about why that's split. And we got the bottom, the bridge notes, and that little solo we've done. So what do we got? Okay, that first intro riff. This is a good practicing thing because if you're new, triplets are a little tricky. So this beginning part, you want to think pineapple, 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 pineapple. If we're going to count, you know, like adults or whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got the 11th fret of G string. That's going to be my middle finger. 10th fret of B string. That's my pointer. They're going to live there. They're not going to move. They're going to stay there. They're anchored. They're stapled. They're staked down. The ring finger is going to come on to the B string, 12th fret. It's the same string as my pointer, okay? So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only on 4. When we say 4, we're going to use the ring finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now this just loops and loops and loops and loops, right? Most people when they're new and they want to begin it, they just try to loop it. And they like, however it comes out, you know? What I encourage, try to get through it once. Just play it once. Count to 6, play it once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then stop. Like literally, take this mental checkpoint. We're done. That's it. That's how long it is. And then you just repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. Try to get that smooth. Try to work on that. If you get to a point though that it's like, even if it's slower, but it's still smooth, and it's really in control, start to try linking them together. And it's gonna take a little bit. And it's something like, it's kind of like riding a bike. It's like learning to ride. It's like, it's wobbly and you're riding it. You're balanced. Your feet aren't touching the ground, but you're kind of pulling this. But then at some point you just kind of like, got it. And then you smooth out. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the riff. So then we get to the next part, the verse. The most important thing is the G and B strings, the 2nd frets. Welcome to your life. As long as you got the 2nd frets and the opens, you're gonna sound good enough to like just carry the guitar part through, at least, you know, assume you're coming out and jamming at one of my open mic nights or whatever. I wrote those zeros, the open D strings. You can mimic the bassist if you would like. Bassists, you're pretty much just hanging out on D. I like to use the 5th fret of the A string, and bassists, you're just hanging out. If you have a tough time with that skippy, gallopy feel, ba-doom, 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 just play quarter notes. Thump, 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 thump. Just thump along. The guitarists, you can use that open D string to kind of add some just more depth to it. And that's it for the verse. That's all you got. Yeah. Da bum bum bottom bottom ba 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 bottom bum ba 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 ya ba ba da chorus. So now I wrote the chorus on the open E, the thick one, and also on the E and B on the top one. The idea is if I have two guitarists hanging out that are both learning, one of them can take the low string, the other can take the high strings. This way they're in different places sonically, so they each get their own like highway, their own lane, and they can both still be learning. Because even though like you may not be, the way that I teach, although you may not be learning the technical way the songs are played, you know, according to the recording and whoever did it, by playing along and learning the structure of the songs, as you progress down your musical journey, whatever, you're going to get better at your instrument. And the nice thing is you're going to already know the structure of all these songs. So you'll just be able to like add stuff to them kind of at will. If that makes any sense. And if not, don't worry about it. Just keep playing. Anyway, so we get to the chorus. And the chorus is kind of broken into two parts. You got the first O, 2, 3, 2. And then the second part is the 0, 2, 3, 5. The second part, the notes move faster than the first part. It goes like this, starting on the open E and the beginning of the chorus. Let me get back into this, sorry. Chorus and acting. I'm in drop D. Okay, take two, without cutting an edit. Chorus and acting on your second fret, down a third fret, back to second. Now faster, open, second, third, fifth, and then we change parts. Sometimes it goes back to the verse, sometimes it goes back to a chorus or comes to a bridge. Depends on just the layout of the song. This is where go listen to it and learn it on your own if you want. I'm not going to go over the exact song structure. These are the parts that the song's made out of. One more time for the chorus. Starting on the open E and acting on your second fret and a third fret, back to second fret. Now open, second, third, and fifth, and let's do it on the top strings. Same thing. Now, if you're playing the high strings, it's the same frets. Feel free to use one finger. Feel free to use two fingers. Use these two, whatever. I don't care. The musical police aren't going to come and get you. They don't exist. They're like the tooth fairy. So anyway, we get the top two strings. Acting on your best behavior. No, 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 no. If you want to be fancy, you can play the two together, you know. But at this point, you'd probably just play your chords, and if you know your bar chords, great. And if I lost you, don't worry. Moving on. So now we get the bridge. This bridge part, the third fret, in bassists, to check back in with the chorus, just play that bottom E string there. Like done, check mark, good to go. 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 2, 3, 5, you know, just follow along. You got it. So now, bridge. The bridge, these notes, the third fret on the E string, and then the fifth fret on the A and the fifth fret on the E. This part gets used twice in the song. Both times, the separate times have a little bit of a different feel. So the first time it's a little louder, it's a little more just, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's just louder and more present. And it's got this, I'm going to play it all as power chords, like, you know, we typically do. There's a room where the light won't find you. Ba-da-bow, ba-da-da, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da, ya-da-da, ba-da-bow. The thing to really notice here is that the fifth frets are not happening on the beat. It happens, so I'm going to count through it, but the third fret we have on beat 1. A 1, 2, 3, 4. When we come to this 5th fret, it's not on beat 1. It's going to be a 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2 and 4. We don't actually make any noise on beat 1 or beat 3. It's right after it. If you get it, great. If not, just play it on the beat. No one's going to come yell at you. I mean, assuming there's no money on the line, like, you know, I wouldn't go out. You do what you want. I'm showing you a classic casual way to play these songs. Let's say what happens if I do play it on the beat and I play it wrong. There's a room where the light won't find you. Ba-da-da-da, the walls come tumbling down. It's not like you can say it sounds bad. Yeah, if you're playing with a professional band and you show up and you play it like that, they might be like, oh, hey, it's a little syncopated off the beat. If you're just playing an open mic, jamming around, some friends in the garage, whatever, who cares? They'll correct you or you can shape it up as you go. So anyway, we got that. Bass and guitar pretty much just follow the same thing, I think. If you want to play the full chords, go for it. G major, D major, A major, wherever you want to play them. There's a bomb by the and then it goes back into another chorus, but you already know that. We talked about it. And then it goes back into the second version of the bridge. So now the second time, bassists, you're going to hang out down here on the 3-5-5 part again. And it's just nice and it's chill. The guitarists, you're going to go back up to this, that kind of thing. And then there's the last part, the bridge solo. So getting out of all this parts, you're going to hear this little ditty. Oops. And that's what I jotted down for the bridge solo. The nice thing about this and why it's worth learning is it's a major scale, other than we don't hit the second scale degree, or if you think Sound of Music, we don't hit re. Do, re, we don't use this note in the scale for this time, but mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. We don't use it this time, but re, do. And then you're back into that or whatever. Bassists, final part. Here's where you get something a little different. I didn't write it down because I have faith. I have faith that you can remember this and handle it and jot it down on your own. So when the guitarists take off that crazy, sweet solo. Oh, fire. Okay, you're going to be down here. Second fret of A. We're playing a B. C, go up a fret, back to B, back up to C. Now we're going to go third fret E, which is a G, and then come up to fifth fret E, which is an A, and then we're back to that deal. So to kind of go through that again, when the little solo-y bit comes in, the bassist comes in on the second fret of A. Now we're back to that. Those are all the pieces to the song. Last little tidbit, more for bassists, but guitarists, feel free. Possibly consider tuning to drop D. So guitar, I don't know if you'd want to use it as much, but for bass, check it out. Now, when the guitarists are doing this part, you'll have a lower D than you normally would on your instrument. If you like the sound of that and you want to stick with it through the rest of the song, take the chorus, take the bridge, and anything that's on the E line, add 2 to it. So when you come up to this part, if you're in drop D, your E string here, it's going to be 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 4, 5, 7. You got to counteract for the fact that you made the string lower. So you got to slide your finger up because physics, you know? And if you don't know, don't worry about it. That's just what you got to do. And then down here, same thing. When you're playing the 3rd fret and the 5th fret on the E string, it's actually going to be 5 and then 7. And yeah, if that doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry about it. Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. Good luck.